Well, hi guys. Yeah, I really was just in the mood to go to Middle Earth today, but since I don't live anywhere close to Middle Earth, I had to find another way to do that. So I found this spot. I'm at it's just a park. But the landscape here reminds me just a bit of Mordor because of the rock formations. I'm down by a river, but just the volcanic rocks that are here and the color just reminded me of a bit of Mordor. So so I'll show you that perhaps in a minute, but there is a reason that that I felt like going to Middle Earth today. So this weekend in the post I got a package, and something I ordered, and excited to get further into it. But I ordered the last book by J.R.R. Tolkien, The Fall of Gondolin. So this is the last book in the series of the great tales. There's three great tales that sort of went together. The first was the Children of Hurin, and the second was Beren and Luthien, and these have already come out in the past, compiled by J.R.R. Tolkien's son Christopher, who is now 94. So he says in the preface to this that this will be his last compilation story from his father's writings, from his manuscripts, his notes, his scribblings, even from some of his letters that were left to him. He went through them and started devising and putting together and accumulating the history of Middle Earth and before Middle Earth, and all of those things that go around this history that Tolkien was trying to elucidate, a myth of a certain time period of groups of beings. And it's interesting to me because it's not just stories or just some other kind of fiction, but he was actually creating a history of different beings, because they're not just sentient beings like a man or hobbits. Those are on the one side, but he started with very spiritual beings, and then there's everything in between. So he created a history that joined a very spiritual essence all the way to a very earth-like history of different people groups and language. He created languages and culture and everything that would surround some type of a history of a place that he called Middle Earth. So most of the history takes place and surrounds this, what he calls Middle Earth. But there are other parts to it as well if you read some of the other writings. And Christopher put together other writings, the Silmarillion, and some histories and all that. I don't want to go into all that, and I'm not a Tolkien scholar by any means, for sure. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy his writing and the history for that reason. But some of you may not even be interested in the least, so I don't want to bore you too much. But I just wanted to show you that this book has just been released as of the end of August. So I picked up a copy for myself, and I've just barely started to read it. And I wanted to find a nice quiet place to come and sit and read that and enjoy a nice Middle-earth pipe. And of course, to go with the pipe, and more specifically to go in the pipe, I wanted to pick something that alluded to Middle-earth as well. And, there are quite a few choices out there. But I had this tin of Auenland, the Shire evening mixture by Vauen. It's a heavy aromatic, for sure. It's kind of a citrus, fruity, and there's some nutty flavor in there. And what I really get is kind of a pineapple, just a bit of citrus and some pineapple fruity flavor. That's primarily, with just on the edge or just in the back, a little bit of nuttiness. But there's Virginia and Cavendish and some Burley in here. So the usual suspects in regards to aromatics. It seems like these are the leaves that primarily provide these companies I guess the best or their favorite leaf to carry these flavors forward for us. And it's a kind of a coarse cut, ribbon chopped mixture, just the usual. But let me show you. Let me tempt your eyebuds there. Let's see if you can see that. No, it's perhaps dark in the camera. Hope it does it. So it has the range from light tobaccos all the way to dark. It has a full range of the color, and when you smell it, to me, I just really get that fruity pineapple kind of aroma. Just real sweet. But when you smoke it, it's not that sweet that's just really harsh on your tongue or on your palate, anything. It burns well, it packs well. But it's a heavy aromatic, so when you smoke it, you do have to smoke it like you do aromatics. You have to smoke it a little bit different than you do a natural tobacco, because there is the flavoring, the casing on it. So you don't want to scorch the tobacco, and you don't want to burn it really, really hot, because it won't perform well. But if you smoke it like you do an aromatic, which takes some practice, in my opinion, aromatic tobaccos are not the best for beginners, because they take a little bit more finesse, a little bit more thought to them. So, if you think about burning wood, it's pretty easy to burn dry wood. It doesn't take a really talented fire maker to start a fire with dry kindling and dry wood, but when you add a little bit of moisture and a little bit of other elements to it, like a topping, it's going to take someone with a little bit more craft. And so for me, that's how aromatics are. They just take a little bit more time, a little bit more thought, and a little bit more experience, I think, with them. But when you do that, then you're going to get a really good smoke, and you're going to get something that's really enjoyable, has good flavor. Anyways, that's it, guys. I'm going to finish my pipe, enjoy a little bit of the book, and go back to my Middle Earth. And we'll see you guys again. I hope you guys are enjoying a good pipe and some good tobacco, whether it's related to Middle Earth or not. So yeah, hope you guys are well. Take care, and we'll see you again. Let me show you this this landscape a little bit. Take care.